Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. So Stationery Pal reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try out some of their products, and they're actually sponsoring this video, so thank you so much to Stationery Pal. I really appreciate it. And just as a little disclaimer, all opinions are still mine, so let's go ahead and get started. They sent me this huge box and I got to choose all of the items, so I'm really excited to show you guys. And I also have an affiliate code with them, so you can use my coupon code ARTandBoudros for 12% off your purchase. And I earn a small commission, so this is a great way to support my channel as well. First off, there are a bunch of little goodies, so they included this cute pop socket for your phone. And by the way, I split up the video into the different categories of products just so that it's not as chaotic. So this one has a purple and pink strawberry design, and it also has some instructions on the back. And yeah, it's just really cute. Next, they included this ice cream pin as well as a thank you card on the top, which was really sweet. And then they also threw in a bunch of other goodies, a lot of like little pins, and then also a Kirby clip, which is really adorable, a little astronaut keychain, and lastly a small teddy bear. Now let's get into the products I chose. So the first thing is this brown corduroy tote bag, and I actually already have the same one in a different color and I really like using it, so I thought I might as well get another one. And this one is in this really pretty kind of like chocolatey brown color. Like I said, it's a corduroy tote bag and it says you need this one on the front, which is what I told myself, but yeah. And then it has some buttons on the top so you can make it a bit smaller or larger. It closes with a magnetic clasp and it also has some little pockets on the inside. Since I already have one of these, I know that I'm definitely going to get a lot of use out of it, and I just thought the color was really pretty as well. Now let's get into the category of sticky notes and paper items. And the first two products I chose are these craft paper sticky note pads, and I got two different kinds because I really love using craft paper in my bullet journal, and this just makes it really convenient to use. This is what they look like, and the first one has two large designs, one is lined and the other one has a grid texture. Both of these items also have a ruler on the side, which is pretty convenient, and then the other one has a bit of a lighter grid texture, which I really like, and the other ones are small sticky notes, two blank ones, and one again with a grid texture. The larger notes have the sticky part on the top and the smaller ones on the side, which is pretty standard, and I'm really looking forward to using these in my spreads. Next, I picked out these maple paper sheets, and I wasn't sure what to expect at first, but they just looked really pretty. So it's basically a bunch of different paper sheets with various textures, and they all have this very like handmade feel to them. This set includes a few of each kind, and they're very thin and most of them are quite see-through, and yeah, they're just honestly super pretty. I think these would be great for like scrapbooking or making collages, which I don't usually do, but I'm sure we'll find a use for them anyway because they're just really beautiful. I also got a bunch of these watercolor brushstroke sticky notes. So the first one has a bunch of brown shades, and then I also got this orange variety and lastly a green version. And I love that the colors of all of these are a bit more on the muted side because that's just my preference. This is what they look like, and I thought I would show you a little close-up because I think the brush texture is actually really nice. So these notes have the sticky part on the left side, and I'm not sure if you can really tell on camera, but there's a perforation between each of the brush strokes. So if you take one of the notes off, you can fold it along the edge and just use the brush strokes separately if that's what you want to do, which I thought was also a really cool feature. I also got these smaller sticky notes in two colors. I could definitely see myself using some of these as backgrounds for my titles in my bullet journal, and I think these colors just fit my aesthetic really well. So this first one has 6 shades of pink and purple, and again I really love the more muted shades, and they also fit together really well. And the second one has yellow, orange, and greenish hues, and again I think these would be great for like backgrounds, and I think I'm definitely going to use them a lot. The last sticky notes I got are these two circular sets, so I picked out one with greens and blues and another one with a warmer color palette. These are again really pretty colors, and I think they would be great for like bookmarks, or if you have different sections in your bullet journal, I think these would work really well. Lastly, in this category, I chose this little paper bundle with flower prints, and these are so beautiful, so I was really happy I ended up picking them. The flower prints are super pretty, and there are quite a lot of them, so you get a great variety of different plants. Some of them look a bit more like botanical illustrations, and others have like dried flowers on them. So yeah, overall just really nice. And in the first half they're printed on creamy white paper, and in the other one on brown kraft paper, so I thought that was really nice as well. Moving on to tapes and washi tapes, I really wanted some washi tapes with grid textures because I don't really have any, so I first picked out these two, and this one is very wide and it's in this kind of mid-tone brown color. It has a white grid and also a white border on the one side. I think I'm definitely going to use this for a setup at some point because I really like the color. And then the second one is a lighter kind of peachy brown, and it also has a lighter grid texture, so it's not as obvious, and I thought that color was also really pretty. Next I got a large brown tape with, again, a grid texture, but this one is actually in black. And this one is not a washi tape, so instead it has this kind of backing paper, so it's definitely more of a sticker, and I think it's probably not as easy to remove as washi tape because it felt a lot more sticky. I ripped it a little bit in the beginning, but yeah, you can just kind of cut it to size and then peel off the backing paper, so I definitely think this will also come in handy. I'm really excited about these next two washi tapes because they're absolutely stunning. So I got two of these stamp washi tapes. The first one has flowers on it and the second one has plant designs, and they just look like really beautiful stamps. So they also have these perforated edges so that they actually look like real stamps, and I think I might even use them for my Etsy shop orders or something. Lastly, for washi tapes, I got some simple monochrome sets. So these come with 5 colors each, and they're called macaron color tape, which describes the color really well because they're these pretty pastel hues. Again, I got 2 different sets because I couldn't really decide between them, and the first one is more of a warm toned color scheme. So there's a light pink, a kind of gray brown, a peachy orange, a reddish pink, and a very light lime green. The second set is more cool toned, and it has a nice sky blue, a more vivid pink, a lighter pink, a very light purple, and a creamy yellow. Now let's get into some stamps. So first I got 2 alphabet sets because I always wanted some, but I just never got around to getting them. And the first set has uppercase letters and the second one has lowercase letters. They come in these pretty wooden boxes, and the stamps themselves are pretty small, which I personally really like. I don't really have a lot of experience with using stamps, so mine definitely turned out a bit wobbly at the beginning, but I did have a stamping pad, so I just tried them out, and I really like the font, and I think the size is great because I didn't want them to be too big for my journal, since my handwriting is also pretty small. I only got one more stamp, and this one is so pretty. It's a flower stamp, and I thought this would actually be perfect for my Etsy shop because I like to decorate my envelopes, and I was looking for a flower stamp for a while, so I'm really excited about this one. I just tried it out on some paper and it works really well. I think I just have to figure out how much ink it needs, but I've been stamping a bunch of envelopes since I got it, so I definitely think I got better at it. Now this next category is a bit more mixed, so I just called it tools and storage, and the first item I got are these twiggy scissors, and I just thought they looked really cute and useful. So they have a cap on the top that you can take off, and then there's this little part that you can slide up to open the scissors and use them. So it's great for on the go because they're not as bulky as regular scissors, and they can also fit into pretty much any pencil case. Next I got some correction tape because it was actually running low on mine, and this one is in the color smoky white, but they also have a bunch of other colors, which I thought was really cool. This one also has a little protection cap at the front, which I thought was nice, and I wanted to compare it to my usual one that I use, and the color is pretty much the same, but this one actually has a matte finish, which is also really nice. The next product I picked is this ruler, and it just has a bunch of different shapes and you can create circles really easily, so I thought this would definitely come in handy because I usually use like cups and stuff like that, so this is definitely a lot easier. For storage, I got 2 of these little foldable and stackable boxes, one in pink and one in light blue because I can always use more storage. For all of my bullet journaling supplies, I'm pretty much constantly running out of space, and I think having little containers is really great so that your supplies don't get super messy, and I also thought they looked really cute. The 4 sides just kind of click into place, so they're really easy to assemble and store if you don't need them because they don't take up a lot of space that way, and they also stack on top of each other so that they don't move around, which is really useful as well. Now the last category is pens and markers, and first I got another Tombow Fudenosuke brush pen, which I actually use quite a lot, so I thought it was time to get a new one. And I always get the hard tip variety because it gives me a lot more control. You can make thicker or thinner lines depending on how much pressure you use, and they're perfect for hand lettering, but I also use them quite a lot for doodles because they don't smudge when I use markers on top of them. Next I got 2 uniball signo gel pens, which I also love using, and I only ever had them in white, gold, and copper, so this time I got a new gold one and also a silver one. I really love using these because they don't skip a lot, if at all, and they're super opaque, so they're pretty much my favorite gel pens, and I love how reflective the silver one is. The gold one is definitely more on the shimmery side, but the silver one almost looks white when it's at the right angle. Last but not least, I got some new shades of these Tombow dual brush pens that I use all the time, so I got the shade 346 Sea Green, 873 Coral, and 910 Opal. And I also swatched them on a piece of paper, so they have a flexible brush tip on one end and a thinner felt tip on the other one. Tombow usually makes a lot more unique colors, so I really like using them, and they're one of my favorite markers. Alright, so that concludes this stationery pile haul and unboxing. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I also swatched all of the products again on 4 pages in my bullet journal, so if there's anything that catches your eye, I'm leaving all the links to the products in my description, and again you can use my coupon code ARTandBujos for 12% off your order. Thank you so much again to Stationery Pal for sponsoring this video and supporting my channel. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I hope I'll see you again next time. Bye!